Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back once again for another Walking Dead video. Of course, we have some more Daryl Dixon content. This week is probably going to be pretty busy considering the premiere is coming up next weekend. But we got a set of new promotional photos, and some of them are kind of where you're not sure if they're part of the episode or they're just standalone photos, but we are going to talk about them and just talk about the upcoming premiere and everything, and just certain storylines that are, how we could see them play out, and with certain characters, they may not be who they seem to be and things like that. But we're going to jump right into these photos. This first one is of Lo Sang. We have not seen too much of this character yet, but it feels like he's going to take more of a focal point in this next season, and we're going to find out a lot more about this guy. And just everything is not as it seems with him, I'm pretty sure. And I think Daryl suspects that, just with the first 10 minutes that we got of the first episode back after we got the trailer. And so it really seems that he is just someone that's very mysterious, someone that's got a lot of secrets. And as far as his leadership role within the nest, it just seems like he's holding a lot back, and just the way he wants to do things and his influence over Laurence and everything. And just it really seems like he may have a deal on, in the background with Madame Genet, because he doesn't want to go after people that get kidnapped, such as Falou and just other members of their little group, and he's just really reluctant to do anything to get these people back and bring them back to safety. So I really think there's a deal that we don't know about, and that's going to be revealed at some point because of Daryl snooping around, or other characters possibly doing something similar. Just really looking into this guy, because I don't trust him. I don't think he is someone that we can put a lot of faith in, and that I think he has ulterior motives. But his next one is kind of interesting. It almost looks like it's just a character shot, not something that's actually in the episode, just the way he's looking at the camera. But this could just be kind of played off as this is where he discovers Carol. She has made her way onto his farm, and he finds her snooping around somewhere, and they just kind of played it off like this is him posing for a shot, a public character kind of thing for the series. But this could very well also be, like I mentioned, something that makes it look like this, but he's actually discovering Carol snooping around. She's made her way onto his farm, and just he's come upon her, and he's confronting her, obviously, with this freaking shotgun in his hand and everything, because he's a lone survivor, and we're going to get a little bit more of his background and whatnot. And I've mentioned it in a previous video, so I'll leave a link to that video. But we find out more about this guy and the things that will make him and Carol actually bond, and that's kind of, I think, what sets off their friendship and why they get along, and why he seems so quick to agree to take her on this journey in the first place. Then we have our shot of Isabel. Now Isabel, it seems like the rumors are really kind of flying with as far as her involvement in this next season, where the focus is going to be as far as her character, or the lack of. It seems like she's going to be kind of put on the back burner. And with everything that's possibly happening at the nest, it seems like there's a lot of things that are about to go down, and she might not even make it. That's been kind of the biggest kind of theory out there, where she's not going to make it. And this is going to be the reason why Daryl leaves, or just it's a contributing factor to why he leaves, involving going after Genet. Maybe, hell, this is why he goes after Genet, and we see repeated teasers of him doing that ambush. She is responsible for the death of Isabel. That could be a big thing in there of why it pushes that story forward, and why he leaves France, because there's no reason to stay after this, or something happens to her and Laurent. Who knows? But I think there's a big story coming with Isabel, and the way it's going to kind of slowly shift focus away from her, and ultimately I think it's going to lead to her death. I hope not, but then again, we'll see what happens. Then we just get this cool little shot of Daryl. Not really much going on here. Another shot of Daryl. This could be a few episodes in, because he is kind of beat up again. This could be after he is picked up by Genet and tortured and beaten, and this is after he gets back out of that situation. Then we have a shot of Sylvie. Now Sylvie, we did meet last season. We didn't get a whole lot of screen time with her. She was just kind of there in the background. She didn't have a whole lot going on. But I guess this next season, she's, like I said, with the characters kind of taking a shift in focus, she's going to be more kind of in the front of everything that's going on. She's going to be doing a lot more. She's going to have a lot more to do with the story. She's going to be possibly sneaking around, looking for answers, just snooping into things that would could possibly get her in trouble or whatever, but I think we're going to see more of this character as this season progresses, and we'll see what happens, but I'm not convinced that we're going to see any of these French characters go into the next story. I just feel like they're going to kind of dismiss them and move on to a new set of characters. That's kind of what I believe right now with just the information, the evidence that we have. Again, another shot of Sylvie just kind of sneaking around, looking into probably what Losang's doing, because I don't think she trusts him at all either. And maybe this is kind of something that maybe Daryl kind of sends her on a little side mission to look into what kind of information can we get, what is he doing behind the scenes and whatnot. I just don't think he's up to any good. Quick little shot of Daryl. This looks like it's in the ambush shot where he starts shooting at that car, making it flip, going after Janae. And just, this could be retaliation for something that she did other than kidnap him, but we'll see, because I've also kind of said this could be the moment that he actually gets kidnapped because he gets distracted. Just another shot of Daryl here with a double barrel shotgun. This is probably within the first episode or two. Get a shot of Isabel, Falou, and I don't know who this kid is in the background, but it looks like they're preparing for some sort of battle. And just as I mentioned, I don't think things are looking very good for Isabel, which is unfortunate because she's been a great character. I've enjoyed her background story, getting to know her, seeing her bond with Daryl, and it just looks like this could be the end of the road for her. I hope not, but it just kind of seems like it's pointing that way. Then another shot of Ash here, kind of a side profile. I think this is while they're still in America on his farm. Maybe this is shortly after or before him and Carol meet. It just seems like this is possibly when we start to get to know him. This is his first little bit on screen, seeing who this guy is, seeing what he's about, and seeing what type of guy he is, and learning about him and all of that. A little shot of Isabel here at the nest, of course, and I think the nest is going to play a large part as far. I think we're going to see probably a large battle here, and shit's going to hit the fan, pretty much. Another little shot of Daryl. This is also from the ambush shot, the ambush scene that we have seen in several teasers at this point. Not much else going on there. Then we get a shot of Laurent here. This is from the first 10 minutes that we saw in that release after the Comic-Con trailer drop. We got the first 10 minutes there on AMC Plus. This is when he's trying to learn how to kill walkers, how to defend himself. And it just seems like he's not much in the promotional material either. It just seems like he's not really popping up too much. So that's kind of also lending to the theory that the focus of characters is really going to shift in a different direction this season. Shot of Carol here at that trading post on the bike and just kind of planning things out. Not much else going on there. Another shot of Daryl. This is kind of cool where he's in a situation where he's just ready to blow shit away. He got him with that double barrel shotgun, dropping out the shells, getting ready to load more probably, and just in a mood or just got a look on his face like he's not playing, he's ready to tear people down. But then we get a shot of Anne or Annie from the nightclub where we first met her last season. She was there with Quinn, and now it looks like she's probably running this since Quinn is in fact dead now. So we're going to probably find out a little bit more about her because we have seen at least one scene where she is with Daryl, and what you couldn't see from that particular frame that they used is Carol is with him too. So she's going to meet Daryl and Carol, or at least meet Carol for the first time. And that is our promo photos. I imagine, like I said, this week's probably going to be pretty heavy with Daryl stuff leading up to the premiere this Sunday. I imagine we'll probably get some more photos, maybe even another teaser or two, but we'll see, because they have been dropping those, I want to say weekly at this point, where we get little 10, 15-second clips. We got a minute-long one last week, and so it looks like they are trying to heavily promote it, but we are coming up on the last few days now, so we are getting there, and we'll have to just see what else comes out, see if they'll release character descriptions or what's going on. So I'm very excited to finally get back to this show, finally get back to this universe and see just what the hell is going on, what the plans are for the future, if any at all, is, what can we kind of dissect from these first couple episodes, if they will give us any information of where the universe is headed after this, but we will have to wait and see. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed the breakdown, you enjoyed my talks about the photos and all of that, please leave a like, leave a comment, of course, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.